We came home one day to find maggots crawling out of our compost scrap bin, spilling onto our countertop and kitchen sink. That was the day we said never again. As a family that cooks at home daily, packs school lunches, and as a full-time herbalist who makes my own teas and tinctures, we produce a ton of scraps. So we were using a compost pickup service, but the smell, the rot, the flies, the $39 a month, it all added up. So we ditched it and we tried something different. This is how one countertop machine replaced our composting service, saved us $468 a year, and helped us get clean and nutrient-rich compost overnight with zero mess. As an herbalist, sustainability is a core value. So composting has been something we've practiced for over a decade. When we lived in Brooklyn, we brought our compost to the farmer's market. Here in Atlanta, we had a service for a while, but after the maggot incident and growing tired of monthly service fees, we canceled. We tried to build our own compost pile in the yard a few times, definitely failed attempts. We could never get the scraps to yard material ratio quite right. But we didn't give up on returning to this practice because it's important to us. In the US, we waste so much food, it feels like the right thing to do to divert food waste from the landfill. But that's not the only reason why we compost. As an herbalist, one of the top questions I get from folks is, can you reuse your herbs after you've made a tea or an oil with them? It depends, but honestly, if you've done a good job at your extraction, then there's not much left to capture. But you can do a second extraction knowing that it will be significantly weaker. I will sometimes use the leftover herbs in a bath. Composting them and returning them to the earth, though, that's my favorite preference. I hate the idea of tossing all that rich plant material in the trash. It's medicine for the soil too. So we needed a composting solution that could keep up with our life without leaving waste rotting on the counter, inviting maggots. And that's when we found the Vego Kitchen Composter. We weren't sure what to expect, but from the first use, oh my gosh, it solved every single issue we had. Food waste takes a really long time to break down, so traditional composting takes months. The Vego Composter gives us finished, ready-to-use pre-compost in 8 to 24 hours. It uses heat, grinding, and airflow, plus these microbe-rich Vego tabs to accelerate the decomposition. The result is usable compost that looks, feels, and smells clean. I actually really like the way it smells. We literally run it overnight while we're asleep. No more maggots, odor, or fruit flies. This was a huge win for us. The carbon filter system absorbs odors before they can escape, and the sealed design means no fruit flies and no maggots. We keep it in our home apothecary right here, and it stays clean and quiet, and it definitely smells a lot better. And then there's the never-ending monthly bill that we had that is now gone. So we were paying $468 a year for our compost service. This Vego unit, $399 on sale, and that's it. One and done. It paid for itself in less than 9 months. Even with occasional replacement filters or tablets, we're still saving hundreds every year. Are you trying to compost in winter or in a small space? Then if you live in a colder climate and during the winter, outdoor compost piles are frozen solid. This stays indoors, works all year, and can probably fit right under your counter. You don't need a yard, you don't need the sun, you don't even need a lot of space. Now let's talk about what can you actually put in it. We've added, of course, veggie peels, coffee grinds and filters, eggshells, all of the food scraps from meals, though we do limit the bones and the meat. Herbal leftovers, which we have daily from teas and tinctures, and our compostable tea bags, and the leaves that are discolored and fallen from our hydroponic system, which is indoors. And yes, it handles it all, even corn on the cob and hard, tough, like old limes and lemons. I'm so surprised by that. The Vego Kitchen Composter comes with 5 distinct modes, each designed to solve a different composting challenge. So whether you're in a rush, working with your garden beds, or just trying to keep your kitchen odor-free, there's a setting for you. The default setting is the Vego mode, a smart all-purpose option that balances speed and microbial preservation. It gently heats, grinds, and aerates your food waste over 8 to 24 hours, adjusting based on the amount and the type of scraps that are inside. One of its best features is that you can add new scraps mid-cycle without restarting it, making it perfect for busy households like ours that cook often and produce daily kitchen waste. It also preserves more beneficial microbes, making the end product ideal for use in your garden or compost pile. If you need something faster, then the Express mode dramatically reduces waste volume in just 2 to 8 hours. It runs hotter and faster than the Vego mode, sacrificing some of the microbial diversity for speed. This is a great choice if you're just looking to quickly shrink scraps and reduce odor without waiting overnight. For gardeners, fertilized mode produces a darker, richer, the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice, and more soil-like output that's perfect for amending garden beds or potted plants. It takes a bit longer than the express mode, but it does a better job of breaking down tougher items like coffee filters and fibrous peels, creating a more nutrient-dense result. Then there's the grass mode, which is specifically designed for lawn lovers. It runs a longer, finer grinding cycle to create a compost that's easy to spread across your yard as a natural top dressing. This helps enrich your lawn with soil without clumping or suffocating the grass. Lastly, the clean mode is a maintenance feature, yes, that uses heat and motion to clean the internal bin and the blade. After several cycles, running this mode helps to prevent buildup and keeps your machine running smoothly, no scrubbing required. It's chilly outside where we are, so right now we're collecting all of our compost to amend the soil in our garden beds in preparation for late February, when we'll be getting our spring garden going again. And another very cool feature is that you don't have to guess how much waste you've processed. The Vego app tracks it all. It connects to Wi-Fi or Bluetooth, shows you your carbon footprint savings, alerts you when the cycle's done, and keeps track of your composting history. You'll love this if you cook at home a lot, if you live in an apartment or a small space, if you're tired of monthly composting bills, if you want to compost year-round, and if you hate mess, smell, and fruit flies, and maggots. But if you already have a thriving outdoor compost system you love, this might not be necessary. It's not better, it's just easier. We went from maggots in the kitchen sink to clean compost in our hands in under 24 hours. So if you're like us, trying to live more sustainably, grow your own food, stop throwing money in the trash, this might be the best investment you make all year. Links are in the description below, and I've added a discount code just for you. If you've had your own composting nightmares or success stories, drop them in the comments. We'd love to hear them. Until next time, happy composting.